left college with your master's degree and went straight to work for Turner. And you've been at Turner ever since.
Yeah, I
Is that
actually
right?
went after my undergrad year. I was an intern while I was getting my master's.
Wow.
An amazing time.
So tell us all about Turner. What is the Turner Construction Company? I think some people have. I think that there's two levels to this, which is a high school student says I want to go into civil engineering, but I don't really know what that means. Does that mean that I'm actually out there doing construction? Is that what Natalie does? Does she do construction? And what do civil engineers do as part of this company? And what were the career opportunities like? And also, you've been at Turner for so long. What do you like
Yeah,
about it?
yeah, absolutely. So Turner Construction is a construction management company. They're based in New York City with offices all over the US and really expanding more internationally now. And so I work in construction management and I have pivoted a bit, but I'll talk about
Sure.
like
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
civil engineers do. And so it's it's not designing systems, but it's taking what a licensed civil engineer and licensed architects have designed, as well as licensed mechanical, electrical, plumbing engineers, et cetera, taking all of the designs and actually constructing them. So it's really understanding like you have to understand the intent of the design and coordinating all of that. So it's a lot of stakeholders to bring together with ownership. For instance, I am currently in our trailer complex for a new airport terminal that's being built in San Diego.
Hmm.
And that's a very large undertaking project, but there between, and this goes for any project, but between the ownership and your designers, including architects, your civil engineers, you're really working hand in hand with them to communicate that vision and translate that into what actually gets built. So you still need the engineering problem solving mindset. You still need to understand what the design is from the civil engineers, from the architects, to be able to communicate and translate that for the companies and trades workers that are putting that building or that project into place.
Mhm.
So lots of coordination, a lot of the leadership skills that I took from my time in different organizations at USC really comes into play as you are really communicating and working side by side with so many people. But you also need to understand, like, reading plans and drawings and understanding specifications, like what does this really mean?
Yeah.
And so our company, I work with a lot of civil engineers. I also work with a lot of, it's really just having that engineering mindset. So there's mechanical engineers as well that I work with on a daily basis. And just um, you're really coming into a construction project. Like my first project was the bridge from San Diego directly into the Tijuana airport, which is not an airport terminal, but it takes you directly into one. So it's like a private bridge over the border. It was a binational project, which was
Wow.
really cool, but it's, I'm 21 years old. I'm being thrown into this. It's actually my first experience in construction, and I'm being told to manage certain scopes of work that are being installed, which at the time was the foundation of the building. So, what is the groundwork? What is the support going to be for the structure that's going to rise up here and then cross over into Mexico? And so, coordinating with the company that was installing like the concrete, pouring the concrete for this project, understanding what the civil engineering drawings said, working with the architect to understand their vision, making sure everybody's working safely. Even though my title was like assistant engineer or really engineering intern at the time,
Yeah.
I was put in charge of working with these people and in charge of a team. So
Huh.
I may not be the boss on my team, but I am responsible for this scope and for these people. And I have to make sure that all of the questions get answered, that everything gets built according to plan and according to schedule. And so it's a lot of responsibility and leadership that I think is really cool to have immediately upon entering the workforce. And it's a really fast paced environment. And so I think just being able to dive right into that and put my engineering knowledge to the test and be part of a larger team accomplishing a larger goal is a really incredible transition for me out of college.
The fact that that's a bridge that spans two countries,
Yeah.
that sounds amazing. I'm curious, were there, because two different countries, were there like two different sets of rules? Were there two different sets of like contractors or different
Yeah.
uses of materials or
Two
what was
sets
it
of
like?
everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm assuming the border is right in the middle of the bridge. Like
Border is pretty much right in the middle. It's a little bit skews a little bit more. I think more of the bridge is on the Mexico side, just because there's a freeway right along the border on the Mexico side. So you have to span that to get into the airport. Whereas in San Diego, it was just dirt. And my project manager, my first boss, actually was another USC alum, Vidi Martino.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, I got to work for her, which is an even better transition. Like, I'm coming from USC, I'm working for somebody who did the exact same program as me and knows like what I know and can help me build on those skills that I have and teach me the ropes in this new career that I've picked for myself. I couldn't imagine a better mentor or transition.
That's amazing. That's really
Yeah.
cool. And you've taken on a number of different roles at Turner. Obviously, you've worked there a
Yeah.
long time. You've moved through different areas. I think sustainability was part of your
Mm-hmm.
responsibilities for a little while. And then you've taken a kind of a new evolution in your career, and you went off and got your MBA. What was that decision like?
Yeah, well, I think Turner is a big company, and I would hope that any company allows this as
Sure.
somebody's interests pivot and you want to learn different things as I did. They really supported that, and so I'm really appreciative of that, of being given different opportunities to say I wanted to learn more about this within, because even though like I work for a construction management company, it's not everybody's role is engineer. There's managers, and then it's a business, so you have to have all of the marketing, business development, the pre-construction work that goes into all the planning before you go on site. And so being able to have the opportunity to try all of those, I learned that I really love finance. So um, it's construction is not a nonprofit industry. So somebody has to be in charge of the books,
Yeah.
is how I phrase it. So that's really where I found a sweet spot for me within the company, building on like my engineering background. I can walk a project and understand what the different risks are and how this impacts the company financially, and being able to translate that knowledge back to the project team, and help them understand how what they're doing impacts the rest of the company.
Yeah.
So as part of that, again, I have an civil engineering undergrad, sustainability master's. Didn't really get into the accounting or profitability side of things, that were probably Marshall classes I could have taken. So here I go back to school to get my MBA. I actually just finished in December. And
Congratulations.
thank you. Uh, to be clear though, I did take the basic classes that one has to with an MBA, like
Sure.
finance and accounting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I also took a lot of classes related to coaching and leadership and teamwork. And um, I've found that that's really, like my time at USC, that's what I really enjoy doing, is working with people and understanding what motivates them and helps them grow and help them to be their best selves in their
Yeah.
roles. And so now I am a senior financial analyst for Turner here in San Diego. And the airport job that we have is one of the biggest jobs, probably one of the bigger construction jobs
Yeah.
nationally, just in general. It's
Yeah.
a huge undertaking. It's like
Yeah.
a 5-year long project.
Wow.
So that is my main focus right now, but really just looking at our region as a whole and our projects that we have here, and building the financial acumen of our project teams and our staff. And uh, similarly to my time at USC, I can't help but be involved in other things. So whether that's our employee resource group supporting women or our young
Sure.
professionals, but just working with them and supporting those communities, and just seeing those staff. Now that I've been here for 10 years, I've seen a number of young professionals come through now, from time as interns to managers themselves now, and just being able to support them in their careers has always brought me joy.